We've all heard, or maybe even said, the famous phrase, "I don't have any money." What's interesting is that this often comes from people who actually have a steady income, and in some cases, even a high income with salaries that many would consider quite comfortable. So it makes you wonder, how can someone with a good salary always be broke? After all, when we think of someone earning a decent wage, we expect them to have some extra financial cushion, right? But in reality, that's not always the case. For many people, it seems like the more they work, the less money they have by the end of the month. Even with regular income flowing into their account, that feeling of financial shortage never quite goes away. This brings up a crucial question. Why does this happen? The truth is, earning more doesn't automatically mean you have more money in your pocket at the end of the day. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. The difference between someone who feels broke and someone who is building wealth is often found in their financial habits. So, what's the last thing you need to do to grow your money in 2024? It's simple. Learn to keep a portion of what you earn. It's not just about working hard, but working smart with your money. Today, I'm going to explain the last thing you need to do to grow your money in 2024. I'm going to tell you about the difference between having an income and having real money. At first, they might seem like the same thing, but trust me, they are very different concepts. Having an income means you can pay the bills, keep up your lifestyle, and manage month to month. But having real money goes way beyond that. It's about building wealth, creating financial security for the future, and, most importantly, not relying solely on your next paycheck to live. When you understand the difference between income and money, you gain a huge advantage over most people. And I'm not just talking about the numbers in your bank account. I'm talking about a shift in mindset, a new way of looking at your finances. This understanding becomes the foundation for making smarter financial decisions, both in the short and long term. In fact, you could sum up almost all personal finance management with this one concept. And if you can grasp this idea today, you'll be far more prepared to build a solid financial future. So, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to check if you're subscribed to the channel. That way, you'll stay up to date with more financial education content. Dealing with personal finances. Most people handle their finances in a pretty simple and automatic way. When they get their monthly income, whether it's $2,000, $3,000, or any other amount, they tend to believe they can spend exactly that much. The thinking goes like this. If I'm going to get $2,000 every month, I can spend $2,000 because the money will come again next month, right? At first, this seems logical, but this is where the problems begin. What many forget is that money doesn't work in such a predictable way. There are always unexpected events, surprise expenses, and often costs we don't even plan for, but they still add up and strain the budget. To make things worse, some people turn to risky solutions like loans, financing, or credit cards to make it through the month. And the result? They end up spending more than they actually earn, creating a cycle of debt that feels impossible to escape. Sound familiar? Now, what does it mean to spend all of your income? Imagine you earn $2,000 a month. As soon as you see that amount in your bank account, you immediately start planning how to spend it, paying bills, buying what you need, or maybe even treating yourself to some luxuries. But what many people don't realize is that spending everything while assuming more money will come next month doesn't mean you have money. It simply means you have income. Income is basically the flow of money that comes into your account but quickly goes out again. The money enters like a guest. It arrives, but doesn't stay long. Living this way, without setting aside a portion of your income, leaves you vulnerable to any unexpected situation. An unplanned medical bill, a car repair, or even a small drop in income can suddenly become major headaches. And this is where the big difference lies between making money and having money. Making money means you have a steady flow coming into your account, but if you don't save part of that flow, you'll never really have money. Having money means accumulating it, building a financial cushion that gives you security for the future. Income alone doesn't guarantee financial stability. It just keeps you going month by month. The secret to building a peaceful financial life is learning how to use your income to generate real wealth by saving and investing part of what you earn. Living only off your income is like walking a tightrope without a safety net. Any small misstep can make you fall. But when you start setting aside part of your income to save and invest, you begin to build that safety net, protecting yourself during tough times and giving you long-term financial peace of mind. So remember, making money and having money are two very different things, and those who learn this lesson early on build a solid financial foundation for the future. How do you manage your personal finances? Are you the type of person who spends everything you make? Or do you set aside a little bit every month? Let me know in the comments. Understanding cash flow and savings. Let's take an example. On one hand, we have someone who earns $10,000 a month, which many people consider a high income, but they spend everything they make without thinking about tomorrow. Every cent that comes in quickly leaves the account to pay bills, buy luxuries, and make impulsive purchases. This person is living well for now, enjoying what their paycheck allows, but they're not thinking about the future. The assumption is that the money will come again next month, and life will go on as usual. The problem with this mindset is that any unexpected event, any financial emergency, can quickly turn into a nightmare because this person has no savings, no financial cushion to fall back on. Now, imagine another person who, instead of making $10,000, earns half that, around $5,000 a month. But unlike the first example, this person makes smart financial decisions. They manage their money carefully, only spending what's necessary, and every month, they set aside $2,000 to save or invest. At first glance, it might seem like this person is sacrificing some immediate comfort. After all, while the other can spend $10,000, this person chooses to live on $3,000, meaning they're living a much simpler lifestyle. Now, let's project this into the future. If this person who earns $5,000 keeps saving $2,000 each month, in just 10 months, they'll have about $20,000 saved up. And that's without even counting the returns this money could generate if it's invested in something that brings growth, like a mutual fund, stocks, or even a simple savings account. Over time, this person's financial cushion keeps growing, while the one who earns twice as much remains stuck in the cycle of spending everything they make, unable to save anything. This difference in behavior highlights the importance of understanding two key financial concepts: cash flow and savings. Cash flow is the money that comes into your account each month, like a steady stream of water flowing from a faucet. It's your income, the paycheck you receive. However, what many people don't realize is that cash flow alone isn't enough to build long-term financial security. What really matters is how much of that income you can save. How much of that flow gets stored in what we call your savings or financial cushion. Your savings can be compared to a container that holds the water, money, coming from the faucet. If you're earning $10,000 a month but spending all of it, your container has a hole in it. The water, money, comes in and goes right back out, leaving nothing behind. It's as if you never really had that money because it doesn't stay. You're always back to zero, starting fresh every month. The difference between these two people is simple, yet transformative. The person who understands the importance of building savings isn't just thinking about the present. They're creating a solid foundation for the future. Over time, this foundation will give them more financial freedom, allowing them to make safer choices and even take some risks because they have a financial cushion that protects them from unexpected events. So, it's not just about how much money comes into your account every month. It's about what you do with that money. If you live solely off your cash flow without building savings, you're always vulnerable, without security. But if you learn to save and invest, your savings will grow, and with it, your peace of mind and financial freedom. After all, the goal is to create a financial life that lets you enjoy the present without compromising your future. And of course, we can't ignore the importance of increasing your income. After all, the more you earn, the greater your ability to save, and in turn, grow your financial cushion. However, the real secret isn't just about earning more. It's about learning to balance your income and savings. Many people make the mistake of increasing their spending as their income rises, living a lifestyle that grows with their earnings, but without saving anything. This mindset can be risky because no matter how much you earn, if you don't save a portion of it, you'll always be financially vulnerable. When you find that balance, meaning when you increase your income while continuing to save a significant portion, something magical happens. Your financial cushion starts to grow exponentially. Every time your income goes up, you can save even more, and those savings start to multiply over time. Not only does this give you more security, but it also opens up new opportunities, like investments, that can accelerate your financial growth even further. I noticed you haven't hit the like button yet. Your like really helps us continue bringing valuable financial content and reaching more people who want to learn about this often overlooked topic. Increase your income and keep it growing. You might be wondering, why should I save money? What's the real purpose behind it? The idea isn't to save money to show off or brag about being rich. The goal of saving isn't about vanity, it's about security and freedom. Having money saved gives you the ability to handle unexpected situations without stress, to make safer choices, and even to take advantage of opportunities that require some upfront capital. Think about how many times you've been in situations where the money you had for the month wasn't enough to cover everything. Maybe you had to turn to a credit card, take out a loan, or even delay paying some bills. This kind of situation creates a vicious cycle because by using credit to cover expenses, you increase your future debts, which then pile up with interest, making it even harder to get out of financial trouble. In the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki introduces a concept that might seem simple at first, but is truly life-changing. The most important thing isn't how much money you make, but how much you can keep. This lesson breaks down the common belief that earning a big salary or having a high income guarantees wealth. In reality, it doesn't matter how much you earn if you spend it all. The real secret to financial success lies in your ability to save and grow the money you already have. It's interesting to notice how, in everyday life, people love talking about their income, about how much they make, but rarely mention the more important part of the equation: how much they spend. This focus on earnings often hides deeper financial problems, as it overlooks excessive spending and the lack of savings. For example, you might know people who earn high salaries but in reality live paycheck to paycheck without being able to save anything. This happens because for many, their lifestyle grows along with, or even beyond, their income. The more you save, the more you allow your money to work for you, generating returns and increasing your financial capacity over time. This is where the power of compound interest comes in, one of the most powerful forces in the financial world. Compound interest works like a snowball. At first, the results might seem small, but as time goes on, the growth speeds up. This happens because you're earning returns not just on the money you initially invested, but also on the returns that have already accumulated. The earlier you start investing, the more time you have to benefit from the effect of compound interest, which can lead to exponential growth in your wealth. The impact of compound interest is so powerful that Albert Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. He said, "Those who understand it, earn it. Those who don't, pay it." And that's exactly right. Those who are able to save and invest early, even with small amounts, will notice that over time, their money starts growing faster and faster. This growth will show up in your savings, which will then generate new income streams through returns. Now, you might be wondering, where do I start? The answer is simple. Start with small changes. No one needs to build a fortune overnight. The most important thing is to build the habit of saving and investing regularly, even if you start with modest amounts. The road to financial security begins with small, consistent steps. As you adjust your spending, save more, and invest, you'll see your financial cushion start to grow. Over time, these small steps will turn into big results. You'll notice that the returns from your investments will start adding to your income flow, and soon, your money will really be working for you. The earlier you start, the bigger the impact will be over the years. So, building a secure financial future doesn't require drastic changes overnight, but rather small daily decisions that, when added up over time, make all the difference. The key is learning to keep what you earn, grow your money, and most importantly, stop depending solely on your income to secure your future. The sooner you start building your financial cushion, the sooner you'll reap the rewards of a stable and prosperous financial life. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you can keep getting more tips like these. Thanks for watching.